Namaskar. Today we are going to discuss how to get chi-square for categorical variables in Excel sheet, and here we are going to use a very simple method for categorical variables. My dear friends, I hope all of you have the knowledge of knowledge of getting the satisfaction level of the customers on certain commodities, and these are all assumed values. These are not taken from anything, and these are assumed values only to show how to calculate chi-square in Excel sheet. Suppose we have three different categories of customers: poor, mediocre, and rich, and there we are going to test their satisfaction level. And so these satisfaction levels, these are written as these are taken in five scales. These are called Likert scales. Five scales may be strong. The customers may be strongly disagree. Then customers may be uh, disagree. Customers may remain neutral. Customers may be strong, may be agree. Then customers may be strongly agree with the quality of the product or something, whatever you want to take. So now, how to test it? For this, we use a very simple and interesting technique. That technique is use of pivot table. Pivot table. So let me show you step by step how to use pivot table to get the chi-square. For this, what is to do? For this, we are to for this for this we are to do what? We are to take the null hypothesis as the satisfaction levels, and there is no significant difference between the satisfaction level of the customers. Then alternative hypothesis will be definitely there is significant, the satisfaction level is significantly different from customers to customers. I have not written it, you can understand it. Then our level of, we have to assume a level of significance that is to taken to be generally 5%, and we need a critical point. We will get the critical point. I will show you how to get the critical point here. So okay, let me make the pivot table first, then we will get both critical point and chi-square value, calculated value and the tabulated value using Excel. So for this, let us click on any one of the values or of the table. Then go to insert, then click pivot table. Yes, you have seen this criteria, pivot table. We need to select an area. So already the pivot table has already selected the complete area you have taken. Then we need to use, you can go for new worksheet, or you can use the same worksheet, existing worksheet. Okay, so for this existing worksheet, since there is availability of the worksheet, therefore I will use the existing worksheet. So existing worksheet, okay, then I select one cell and then click there. Okay, now we can see this is the portion. Then we can do one thing. This whatever things are taken to be means there are two things. One is cause and other is effect. Cause and effect. So this portion I will take customer as row, and their satisfaction levels are as columns. Okay, now I need to count how many are in different satisfaction levels. So once again, uh, drag it to this row, and here see we can since these poor, mediocre, reads, these are all category, all variables names. Therefore, we cannot add and we count it. So we count here, you can see, go to the value field settings, you can see some count average, whatever you require. In this case, we need count. So we have selected count and we have got the pivot table. This is your pivot table. Is this clear? Then in the pivot table, we have seen there is a blank column and we do not require it. So we can remove this blank column, go to the column labels and deselect, means there blank selection is also there. You just click on there and it becomes removed, and you can see blank column has been removed. Now this is our table, and then this is the pivot table, and from this pivot table we select this complete pivot table, then you copy it using Ctrl C, then paste there, but while pasting it we use this value, go to paste special, then paste special and values, you select their values, and then it is clear, it is pasted, and once again we select, we paste it by applying the same technique. Here go to paste special, then paste special again values, then click OK. Then we delete this portion means the value portions, not the total portion. Let us delete it. Yes, after deleting it, then we have to fill it again. As you know, these values, see, these values are all observed frequencies, and we need to calculate the expected frequencies for all these observed frequencies. So how to calculate expected frequency? For that, you can see expected frequency is equal to, we apply a formula, expected frequency is equal to what? Is equal to row total row total row total into column total divided by grand total grand total done. So by applying this formula, we will fill these cells. Now here we use a very interesting technique here. We just fill only one cell by applying this formula, and then we copy this for all the cells. We do not go to calculate for each and every cells manually again and again. So for that, we use what? Use an equal sign, then grand total of the row total of this column, of this row. What is row total? 77. But how many these totals are required here? It means we need the totals of all the column, totals of, means all the totals of this column here except the grand total. So we use a function f4 three times, function f4 1, f4 2, f4 3, then multiply it by the row total. If row total, then the same thing, we apply the function f4 for two times, function f4 1, f4 2, done. Then we have to divide it by the grand total is 241, 248. Again here we need to press f4 1, then click enter, and we have got the values. And now we copy this, and then we will get all the values here. We have seen we have got all the values. Now we have got these expected frequencies here, then we have got these observed frequencies here, and these are the expected frequencies. And what is the formula for in Excel? In Excel, what is the formula for getting chi-square? Let me write here chi-square value, chi-square p-value, chi-square square, chi-square p-value. P-value, p-value means the probability of this value. Chi-square p-value is equal to, sorry, is equal to, huh. So how to do it? There is a formula. In this case, we apply the formula. You click, you click C, then you will see different functions, and we select this chi-square dot test. Yes, then see here you have seen actual range and expected range. The observed frequencies, whatever we are saying, these will be termed as actual range. So let us select the actual range, or this actual range, uh, leaving the totals. Then put a comma there, and then select the expected range, leaving the totals. Then put the bracket and click enter, and you have got the value. This value, and this value, see here, since we have calculated the chi-square p value, therefore we do not require to calculate the we do not require to find out the critical point. This p value means we are to verify it with 0.05. This p value, as you know, this is a very small value. This very small value means it will be, uh, if you want to see, this value will be similar to what? This value I can write here. This value, if you want to see, this value will be 0.000000, and like you have to put 15 zeros. You have to put 15 zeros. Just a minute. uh, you have to put 15 zeros. Let me write there 15 zeros. 15 zeros, then 15 zeros, 15 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Then this 9 6 9 6 1 6 2 9 will come, and you see this value is this is the value. So this value, if you want to see, this value is definitely less than 0 point. This is what this is, you can see, less than 0.05. The 0.05, since it is less than 0.05, that means our chi-square value, this null hypothesis will be rejected. So since the null hypothesis is rejected, then you can say the satisfaction level of the customers are significantly different from customer to customer. Hope you have understood it, you will like it, and if you like it, then you just uh, share it, subscribe it, and have a good day. And we will if we will prepare some more this type of videos for your convenience if you like it. Okay, thank you very much, and let us stop it here. And